What's up, first-time homebuyers? Guess what? I'm going to break down the buying process for you. It's going to be simple, easy, broken down into 5 chapters where I can take up too much of your time. If you're not a first-time homebuyer, don't worry. You can go check out some of my other videos. I break down how to take land and move it into Airbnb very quickly, how to move through the zoning laws and things like that, and what land to look for to bring some cash flow pretty quick. But if you're a first-time home buyer and you're looking to buy a home soon and you just want to know what the process is and get a better idea of what it's going to entail, let's break down that buying process. So, first step and the first thing to remember all the time is to stay calm. A lot of situations, everyone's trying to win. The lender's trying to win, the seller's trying to win. Everyone's, in a way, going towards the same goal. So stay calm and remember, the realtor, we're like your pilot. We're flying the plane, and our job is to fly you to a successful landing, a takeoff, a flight, and a successful landing. So let's break down that process. So chapter 1 of 5 is the pre-flight, getting you pre-approved, finding the right lender. Chapter 2 is takeoff, submitting offers and getting your offer accepted and getting you the best odds of an offer acceptance. Chapter 3, we're in flight. Offer's been accepted. We're into the inspection period, which we'll break down later, and we've passed inspection and we're in flight. Things are looking really good. Now we're cruising. We're in cruising mode, chapter 4. Chapter 4, the appraiser is going to appraise the home, and we look and it's satisfied appraisal. We're cruising mode now, man. Now we're flying. We're 10,000 miles up in the air. You're having your coffee, your drink, whatever kind of drink you drink, and we're up here flying the plane. And we're cruising. We're getting close to your destination. Everyone's getting happy, jitters. They want to know updates. Chapter 5 is the safe landing. All right. Now, everything's recorded with the state. Your names are on the deed. And we got a safe landing. We've landed. We've descended down from 10,000 miles up in the air. That's a long ways, actually. 10,000 feet, let's say. 10,000 feet in the air. And everyone's happy. Everyone's ready to move in. So let's break down everything a little further. So getting pre-approved, what does that take? Well, it takes someone with the best customer service. Just like any industry, find a lender who's going to answer your call or give you what you need on a weekend. That's basically simplifying what you want to look for in a lender. The next thing is search within a 30-day window. This is going to have the least impact on your credit score when you're shopping around for different rates or different lenders. They're going to pull your credit for that rate. So shop around in a 30-day period. And getting pre-approved, and you are looking for the best interest rate. But remember, a lot of that has to deal with your specific situation as the buyer. You know, the lender's going to look into that. You know, did you just buy a car 2 months ago? You know, what did you do? And they're going to dig in. So remember, when you're looking for your best rate, you may not get as good of a rate as your friend got, but that all comes down to your specific situation. So now the fun part, the tour, the home tour. What kind of home are you looking for? This is the fun part. We get to explore basically different homes, you know, and let's break down different kinds of homes. We have new construction. Many of us already know what that entails. You're waiting 6 months to a year maybe for that home to be constructed, and everything's brand new. You're moving in and new memories to be made. Everything's brand new. It smells new. Is that what you want? Or do you want a resale home? You don't want to wait. Everything's constructed. It's turnkey ready. You close on the property, you move your stuff in, you fix maybe a little dings or scratches, and everything's good to go. Or do you want a fixer-upper? Do you want to put your stamp on the property? Do you want to fix it up in a way that you've always dreamed, the kitchen you've dreamed? You know, you put some cash into it. You're basically creating the interior or the style home you've always wanted. It's a blank canvas in a way, right? A lot more work, but a blank canvas. It can be fun. Or do you want a townhome or a condo? Do you want to be close to shopping, close to town? Do you want amenities like a pool, tennis court? Do you want someone to mow your lawn? A lot of those HOAs, homeowners associations that you have in condos or townhomes are going to have those things included. So now we're moving into multi-unit or house hacking, duplexes, triplexes, fourplex, something where you're going to live in one unit and you're going to rent out the other units, and that's going to help pay for your mortgage. Maybe that's something you're interested in. So This is the types of homes, we could choose from. There's land. There's more options than this, but this is very simply put what you might be looking for. So this is the fun part, because if you fill out your information below, if you're on my website, scroll down a bit, you'll see you can fill out your information and get an exclusive buyers list. So I'm going to make sure that my team and I work with you to get you an exclusive buyers list, exclusive list of homes that includes all your criteria every single week. We're going to tweak that criteria, make sure we're adjusting it, make sure we're not missing any homes that you may be missing on Zillow, because we have a more in-depth searching tool on the CRM. So fill out the information below. We'll get you that exclusive buyers list. And this is going to create higher chances of success for you finding the right home, crafting the right offer. You're going to love the home much more because it took work to find it. So fill it out. I promise you, this is going to be a game changer than just scrolling through Zillow. That's really great, but what happens when you need more information off of Zillow? You're going to need to ask a realtor, and that's where we come in. This kind of skips that step. You still look on Zillow, but you got that exclusive buyers list coming in to kind of mirror what you're seeing on Zillow and getting better and more in-depth information. So let's move forward. All right, let's break down these chapters a little bit more. All right, chapter 1, crafting the offer. Chapter 2, sorry. We're already pre-approved. Now we want to put an offer on a home. How do we craft that offer? Let's break this down. So first, we're going to break it down for risk level. So low risk, medium risk, higher risk. And then we're going to look at what are the odds of it getting accepted if you do that item, if you put that into your offer. So going over asking price is a low risk, and it gets you about the same odds of offer acceptance. Most people go over asking price, at least in this day and age, 2020, 2021, 2022. This won't be forever, but right now it's a very common thing. Earnest money or good faith deposit, right? This is showing the seller, hey, I'm serious about this home. Here's my earnest money. Here's my deposit. And you could increase that amount, but most of the time it's low risk. It's something always needed in the offer. It gets you the same odds of offer acceptance. It's not it's something normal to the seller. It's in everyone's offer and nothing out of the normal. Shorter close, right? You got low risk with the shorter close and you have better odds. So you might be able to shave 10 days off of the 30-day period of a closing process. Or if you're a cash offer, you can get creative and shrink that even more. But for financed offers, which we'll talk about today, you could shorten that closing gap a few days. That would be lower risk but better odds, and it might be more appealing for the seller. So we're going to move on to appraisal gap. Appraisal gap, very simply put, we're going to explain that real quick. The home is listed for $400,000. You're the buyer, and you're going against a lot of other buyers, and you say, I want to pay $480. I want the home. I want that home so bad. I'm going to pay $480. Okay, cool. Yeah, you put an offer in for $480. Great. You get to the appraisal, and the lender's appraiser comes in and says, yeah, this home's only worth, it's only worth $420. So now you got to have that appraisal gap because you still want to pay $480. You're like, I need to pay. I need to get this home. I want to win. So you got to have an appraisal gap of 60 grand. It's worth $420 and you want to pay $480. $60,000 appraisal gap. That's pretty big, by the way. It's happened, but it's not normal. So that's what that appraisal gap would be. You're going to put in some extra cash to cover that appraisal gap that's missing based on what the appraisal says it's worth and what you want to pay. So it's medium risk. You have good odds. This is great because now the seller can get more money for the home and doesn't have to worry about appraisal not coming in and not getting satisfied. So we're going to move into waiving repairs. So waiving repairs is going to be higher risk. It's going to be better odds. You get the home inspected and you're like, yep, I don't want to ask for any repairs. In fact, let's waive that section altogether. And the seller's like, great. I don't want to fix anything anyway. And that becomes more appealing for the seller. It's higher risk because you got more red flags. Some big things might need to be fixed. You never know. There's just more, could be red flags about the home that you're kind of missing. But you're okay because you already know how to fix a lot of the stuff maybe because that's what you do for work. or you know some friends that know how to do that, but you have better odds. So that's pretty cool, right? Now, what about waiving inspection altogether, which also wipes out repairs? Waiving inspection. You're waiving it. You're getting rid of a whole chapter out of the closing process. You have way better odds. It's also way higher risk. You know, there could be a foundation error. There could be, you know, many things wrong with the home that you just you didn't want to know, and you're going to fix them later, but you want the home so bad, you know, you're willing to waive inspection. So sometimes you can't do that. If you're a first-time home buyer with a FHA loan, they may require an inspection. But in most cases, you could waive inspection. There's ways to you just get rid of that. But moving forward, we're going to move into inspection time. Just real quick, inspection period is the first step after you get your offer accepted, right? It's chapter 2. And it's usually about 5 to 10 business days is the contract level of when you need to get inspection satisfied. So very simple. Appraisal. Appraisal's for the lender's protection. It's also for your protection. It assures a safe investment in that you're not paying way over what the home's worth. But you still can do that, and that's what the appraisal gap is, to help you still make it work. Some cash offers, you know, most cash offers don't need an appraisal because you're paying cash, and that's where you get out of appraisal. You know, you can wipe out a lot of things by doing cash, but not everyone can do that. And for the sake of this video, we're going to talk about financed homes. We're going to stay on track. So we've kind of went over appraisal, but that's for the lenders of protection. They're going to hire an appraiser to go out, check out the value of the home, check out comparable homes in the area, and make sure the value of the home is correct. All right, so you've satisfied inspection, you've satisfied appraisal, you know, you're in chapter 4, and everything's cool. You're smooth sailing, smooth flying, you're cruising along. Things are good, and then the lender, they say, hey, look, hey, we're clear to close. Everything's good. The loan looks good, and they tell escrow, hey, we're clear to close. You'll hear that term in the closing process. Clear to close. Everything's good. And escrow says, all right, cool. They look over everything, and they're like, all right, everything lines up. Everything's cool. Dot your I's, cross your T's. And they say, hey, you've recorded. Everything's recorded, and we've had a safe landing. Congratulations, everyone. And this is the cool part, because you get to move in, get your stuff to that house, you know, get started on the project if you want to redo something. It's the fun part, right? And I get to get you your closing gift. So that breaks down the buying process very simply. We can break down anything further, but fill out the information below, or if you're on Instagram, send me a DM, and we'll send you an exclusive buyers list. We'll get in touch with you and make sure we have all the criteria, and we'll stay on track and really go in depth of making sure we find you the exact home. And then I can't wait to help you or help a friend if you have someone who's looking for a home. Let's do it.